You know that feeling, right? You spend all this time and energy fighting a losing battle with your lawn every summer. Well, in this explainer, we're going to bust the myth of the perfect lawn and show you a way smarter, more resilient path forward.
For decades, this has been the dream, hasn't it? That perfect, striped, bowling green lawn. But let's be honest, with the crazy weather we've been having, the reality for a lot of us is, well, it's that picture on the right, a sun-scorched, high-maintenance mess that some experts call a hydration desert.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to rethink the whole idea of a perfect lawn, look at the vicious cycle of scalping, find the single biggest fix, and then talk about how to work less and win more. We'll even meet some plant heroes and wrap up with a whole new lawn philosophy. Let's do it.
Okay, first things first. Before we get into the how-tos, we really need to challenge the old rules. We've got to ask ourselves, what does a perfect lawn even mean in a world with a changing climate? This quote from horticultural consultant Graeme Farrer it hits the nail on the head. He calls the traditional shortcut lawn a hydration desert. Think about that for a second. It's not a lush, healthy ecosystem. It's something that's constantly fighting for its life against heat waves and flash floods. That one idea, it completely flips the script on how we should be looking at our grass. Now here's what's so fascinating. Most of the problems we have with our lawns, they can be traced back to one single, super common thing we do. And it all happens when we fire up the mower. It's a practice called scalping. And what happens is when we cut the grass way too short, the plant basically panics. It thinks it's being attacked, so it pours every ounce of energy it has into growing new green blades up top. The problem is that leaves absolutely nothing for the roots down below, so the whole system just gets weaker and weaker. And this visual just sums it all up perfectly. It's a really simple equation. You cut the grass short, you get shallow roots, and the whole plant is under a ton of stress. But if you let that grass grow taller, you get these amazing, deep roots that create a super resilient lawn. So, if we know scalping is the big problem, what's the fix? Well, it's actually incredibly simple, and it's something you can do literally the next time you mow. So, what's the number one thing you can change for a lawn that can handle anything? It's not about fertilizers. It's not about fancy sprinkler systems. Nope. It is all about how you use that lawnmower sitting in your shed. Okay, here it is, the magic number, 5 centimeters. That's about 2 inches. That needs to be your new minimum mowing height. Seriously, end of story. And it's amazing what this one little change does, right? You just raise your mower blades, and suddenly the grass is tall enough to create its own shade. That keeps the soil cool and stops water from just vanishing into thin air. And in response, the roots are like, okay, I can do this. And they start digging deeper to tap into that moisture reserve that experts call the soil sponge. It's a tiny tweak with a massive, massive payoff. All right, so now let's talk about the best part. How does this new approach actually lead to you doing less work? I'm talking about some lazy shortcuts for a way healthier lawn. Seriously, this is where it gets really good. These next 2 steps are all about getting amazing results by doing less, not more. It's the ultimate win-win for anybody who'd rather be relaxing in a chair than working on the lawn. First win, take the collection bag off your mower. Just let the clippings fall where they may. Why? Because those clippings are basically free, nitrogen-rich fertilizer. They act as a natural mulch that feeds the soil and locks in moisture. Less work bagging, more food for your lawn. It's a no-brainer. And second, this one's a big mental shift. We have to embrace the brown. When a drought hits, just let your lawn go dormant. It's not dead, it's just sleeping to conserve energy. This is what it's designed to do. And trust me, because you've let it grow tall and develop deep roots, it will bounce back so much faster than a pampered lawn once the rains return. Okay, so for all of you who are ready to level up, you can actually future-proof your lawn by bringing in some powerful plant allies. So let's meet these climate heroes. First up, you got tall fescue. This stuff is incredible. Its roots can drive down over 1 meter deep to find water, which is why it stays green when other grasses just give up. Then there's microclover. This is a total game changer. It literally makes its own fertilizer. And how cool is this? For spots without a lot of foot traffic, you can have a chamomile lawn that you barely ever have to mow, and it smells amazing when you walk on it. So when you pull all these pieces together, what you're really looking at is a brand new philosophy for your lawn, a smarter approach for a changing world. And this new philosophy is pretty awesome, isn't it? The results are simple. Less work for you, less water being used, less money out of your pocket. And what do you get in return?
more resilience, and way more biodiversity in your garden. It's a win-win-win. It really all comes back to this one brilliant idea from Graeme Farrer. He says, the mower is a tool, not a weapon. And he's so right. You're supposed to work with your lawn, not fight against it. So just by raising your mower blades, you're not just saving yourself time and effort. You're actively building this beautiful, living buffer that can handle a changing climate. So maybe that perfect lawn we've all been chasing for so long was never really the point at all. Maybe the real goal is just to be resilient.